Hello everyone and welcome to something a bit different. This is the occasional Doom video that I upload. I just saw this map here and oh, it's amazing. It basically consists of 3 fights after you run past the cyber demons at the start. The first one here is probably the hardest for me. You have to make space through these revenants and imps and not blow yourself up with the rocket launcher. And kind of get the circle strafe around this arena and concentrate on taking out the imps. The hard part is that the revenants take 2 rockets to kill, so if they block your path, you kind of can't get past them, and you have to reverse the circle, and then that makes it more likely for you to get blocked. Anyway, this is just such a great use of the revenants with the imps in front of them. It gives you 2 different, just got past them there, like 2 different ways of blocking you as you try to get past the circle. And as we thin out the revenants, I'm just going to switch over to the shotgun and finish them off. This map did take me a few hundred attempts, so I'm just doing a little post-commentary now that I've beaten it. And those Hell Knights on the sides, I like to save rockets to deal with them. It takes about 6 or so rockets to push through all 4 of them. They're each guarding switches, and we have to hit those switches now that we've gotten the blue key from this arena to open back up the middle area. Then we'll run across to the second fight. There we are. Now the cyber demons don't lead you, so it's safe to run across here. You have to be careful about the homing missiles though that follow you here. Now this fight is, I had trouble with it at first, but now it's actually pretty easy. You just have to be very careful about the sides on which you shoot the pain elementals, and you can force them to stay on top of that platform in the center. And this was actually probably the nicest clear I've had of this fight. If you let them move about and launch a lot of lost souls, then they'll trap you in and you'll blow yourself up with the rockets. But anyway, here, this is just such a beautiful use of the zombie men to make the Archviles resurrect them. And sometimes they'll walk around that pillar, and you have to be careful not to rocket yourself in the face. The first 2 fights are basically don't rocket yourself in the face. And they're just such great implementations of that mechanic. Alright, so now we get to the final fight. I had a few rockets left over. I didn't know what to do with them, so I just tried shooting them into the revenants there. But anyway, now that we have both of those keys, we hit these switches, and now we have a BFG with infinite ammo. I like to start out by killing this spider mastermind here, because there'll be a second one that spawns after she dies. And now we go over to these Mancubi here, and they're very squishy, and a lot of them can be killed with just single BFG shots. So we'll push through them, get to that Megasphere, and we don't need to pick the Megasphere up just yet because we have a bunch of HP, but there I go, picking it up probably a bit early. Now the middle of the room hasn't completely filled, so we can push back over here and get to the Spider Mastermind, and the goal here is just to clear out enough enemies so that we can get a circle strafe around the remaining ones. And there's 2 options here that's kind of blocked off by Hell Knights, so I try to go around this corner. You can either go around the Revenant and Cacodemon corner or go through the Hell Knights. Sometimes one will be more open than the other. That time the corner was open. And here, we're almost done. We just need to go through the Hell Knights a couple more times, and this will open up another path. There. We get, unfortunately, a bit too close to the Archviles in the corner, and they zap us. But that's okay. We're gonna run back. And this pillar here, we can use it to hide from the Archviles. I've gotten killed there a couple times before I learned to use that pillar. And now we've basically won the level. I think we need to go through the Hell Knights one more time. And there. Now that we have the circle strafe, this is the first time I'd gotten here in a few hundred attempts. So I'm being very careful. And I could be a lot more aggressive with this BFG and hunting down the enemies. Probably a better idea to go after the Cacodemons and the Revenants and the Hell Knights and let the Cyber Demons just do some infighting. But I didn't really figure out a movement pattern for this yet, so I'm just moving around the outside. Nice and carefully. And then once we take care of them, there'll just be those Archviles left in the corner. And the MIDI on this map is great. And this crowd is almost taken out. Another trip around, I think will do it. So this infinite BFG works by putting a voodoo doll out of the playable area, and it's just constantly going through a conveyor belt to pick up BFG ammo. And now it's just about killing these Archviles. I hadn't really figured out a plan for killing them either, but I probably could have been a bit more aggressive with this. Nice and satisfying to have a whole bunch of Archviles all die at once. are there. Hit the switch and run to the exit. And there we are. So this was just a one-off. I'll have the tower video finally dropping later this week. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.